Returning from Nagoya, we stop at Yokohama to visit the world's first and only ramen museum. This place is really fun if you're a lover of ramen like me. We are now inside the ramen museum, and these two walls depict the history of ramen from the time it started from the Chinatowns of Nagasaki and Yokohama and how it progressively changed to what we know today. Japan has had a noodle culture from soba, and that influenced what ramen we know today. 1958, Ando Momofuku invented instant ramen. That changed the whole generation of people to know ramen much closer. 1971, cup ramen. Disposable cups gave way to a new kind of ramen that you only had to add water. But here, we're going to have the real stuff in so many different varieties from regions and stocks and bases. And I just can't wait to go downstairs and enjoy one bowl, maybe two if I'm lucky. This place depicts what Tokyo looked like in 1958, an era that even I don't know, but heard stories from uncles, aunts, and my grandmother. The accuracy of retrofitting this place starts from the uniforms, buildings, and even the sweets of that era. The retro look also lends to the humble beginnings of this great bowl of joy. The Ramen Hakubutsukan or Ramen Museum has 9 regionally selected ramen restaurants who meet some criteria of history and creativity. So let's go and dig into some ramen. We are inside one of the 2 restaurants that serves a soy sauce based ramen. It's a shoyu base, and the chosen one that's a Tokyo ramen. It's very simple. It has 1 slice of chashu, grilled pork, bamboo shoot memma, and a slice of nori. The noodles are a bit thicker and probably handmade here. Let me try this. It's very delicate and simple ramen. I taste dashi made from seaweed, which is the precursor, not the precursor, the natural version of what Ajinomoto is, MSG. But MSG occurred naturally first, and which is one of the most important things in Japanese cuisine, like I said before. Tonkotsu ramen, what we had, which was pork bone soup, is white in color. That's because they cooked it so much until it's creamy and rich. This one is a more refreshing ramen, made out of pork bone and kombu also. It's amazingly light. It has less calories than tonkotsu, obviously, but sometimes, when you don't want to have something rich in ramen, this is probably the best option to have. This is a sweet shop inside the ramen museum. Everything in here are the sweets that existed then and years after that. I recognize so many things from the 70s that I had as a kid. And the best part, the prices are still the same. It's the last day in Tokyo for us, and we're going to say goodbye soon. I'm coming back to the ramen restaurant that I've been visiting for the last 12 years. And this is the most visited ramen restaurant of mine, and I'm really happy to see that they got featured on Time magazine. It's a very simple soy sauce based ramen. And sometimes I've done 3 bowls in a day here. Let me dive into my last morsel of ramen here. I'm really proud that this place got featured in the New York Times, and this is my most favorite ramen restaurant. It's simple, and I was thinking of featuring them on our show just to show what good ramen can be this simple also. We have to say goodbye to Tokyo, where I was born. I'm going to see you in Colombo soon. This is me, Darshan, saying sayonara for now. Today, we are cooking at Nihonbashi. In Japan, we saw so many kinds of ramen. Some soups were heavy, some soups were light,
And we also have shoyu ramen, shio ramen, champon ramen out here at Nihonbashi. But there's one ramen dish that has got the Japanese tourists blogging about us, that has got Japanese celebrities talking about this particular dish. And we are going to make that today. It's called tsukunenabe. Technically, it's a very, very heavy chicken bone soup, and we are going to put chicken balls in there, or chicken minced meat, and let it cook. And then you're going to get a really, really beautiful soup, high in collagen, and we're going to add ramen at the end. So let's get cooking. This is a chicken bone soup, made 100% natural, and it takes us about 8 hours to make this soup. To this, I'm going to put the radish in first because that's going to take the longest time to cook. And this dish, even at the restaurant, you would find me serving and cooking it at the table of every guest. And then I'm going to get ready to put the chicken in. This is minced dark meat chicken. We add a little bit of leek into it, a little bit of chicken cartilage into it, and get some texture in it. Now to put this in to the nabe or the clay pot, there are so many ways, but I decided to use an ice cream scooper. So I'm going to break the egg and then scoop, not too tight, into the soup. This cooking process is so unique to us. We have to actually tell the guests how to make it, and we have actually written it in Japanese on the menu as to how to make it. But most of the time, we would be more than happy to cook it for you. And it's a really, really unique dish, healthy, and has a lot of collagen, so you don't have to buy collagen supplements if you have this one. There we go. This dish is a complete meal. It has chicken that you can eat after it gets cooked, and we are going to add some more vegetables into it, which you also can eat. So let me just grab this. To this I'm going to add some vegetables, some bok choy, shiitake mushrooms. You can put anything in here, but standardized to leek and the leaves of the bok choy. Many restaurants in the East would call this steamboat. I don't know where they got that word from, but in Japanese it's called nabe. And I'm going to take whatever comes floating to the top and rinse it in hot water. And you get a really, really, really rich soup out of this one. The longer you cook it, the richer the soup becomes. And it's a very heavy, thick, creamy soup that's ideal for ramen. 15 minutes for the chicken to get cooked. And this particular dish, when you eat it, it would serve you the chicken first. So I have this wonderful whole clay spoon. And with this, you would eat with a little bit of soup, because I want to save the soup for the ramen. And the sauce for the chicken from this dish is a sesame paste called gomadare. And then put a little bit of that. So that would be your chicken from this dish. It's really nice, soft, foamy, and it's all natural. Then the vegetables. The radish takes the most amount of time, so I'm going to leave that for later. But everything else is beautiful, and it's chicken cooked in chicken soup, so it's very rich stock, and we're cooking vegetables in it. And we're going to serve this with a ponzu sauce. Ponzu is a lightened soy sauce with a bit of dashi flavor, in our case a little bit of lime, and the sauce is really black in color. So you would technically eat all this wonderful stuff from one pot, and when this gets empty, that's where we come to the ramen. By this time, the soup stock has been added with chicken cooking in there. So then the chicken also emanates more stock and becomes very heavy, and it's very thick. So let's get to the point of cooking ramen in here. This is the best part about our tsukunenabe, the collagen. This is not fat. This is all from the heaviness of the chicken that we get. And this is what women all around the world spend millions and millions of dollars to put on their faces. In Japan, right now there is a steamboat or nabe dish, and they add collagen balls. It's technically collagen extracted from different meats, and you would put that into a soup. But in Nihonbashi's case, we make it naturally, and it happens naturally. It's because we take so much time to make this soup. Now I'm going to put the ramen in there. This is a partly cooked ramen noodle that we import, and it's going to go into beautiful soup that's here. And it's going to take 40 seconds of cooking in here. Clings on to the noodles. And this is one noodle that's really syrupy, and it just comes onto each noodle strand beautifully. And this is a ramen that's got Japanese coming to Sri Lanka, bringing guidebooks in their hands and ordering this. And it's so great to hear them say, this is the best ramen dish they've ever had. Hope you come here one day and try it out. I hope you enjoyed the program, found it fun and creative. I want to know what you think. Let us know on our website or Facebook page or by SMS, and tell us what you feel about it, whether you tried our menus. And one winner every week will be chosen to come and join me at my restaurant for dinner, and I hope it will be you. How many minutes have you been cooking? Don't know.
අප කීයද? මොකද 25? නෑ කෝප්පේද අර සිග්නල් ලයිට් කෝප්පේද?
I got game on it.
මේක මෙච්චර පොඩියයි. මේක ගාලා නැහැ. ඕර දාලත් නැහැ. අයි මේ ගණන් දෙකක් තියෙන්නේ.
Hold on. අපුඩ පොඩ්ඩක් එක තමයි අල කරන්නේ.